Apple held its annual developer conference today. Tim Cook took the stage for his final keynote as CEO. Everyone expected Siri to get an overhaul, and it did. But buried inside the announcement was something that went underreported. Starting this fall, you can open your iPhone settings and set Claude as your default AI. Not as a fallback, not as a backup option, as the default. The AI that answers when you ask Siri a hard question. The AI that rewrites your emails through writing tools. The same model you use at Claude.ai, now living inside your iPhone. This video explains what changed, what you can actually do with it, and why Apple's shift matters for the next 5 years of AI on mobile. To understand why today matters, you have to understand what Siri was before it. For 15 years, Siri could set timers, call contacts, and get confused by almost everything else. When ChatGPT launched in late 2022 and the world shifted overnight, Apple was behind. iOS 18 added Apple Intelligence, on-device AI for writing and basic tasks. iOS 18.2 added ChatGPT as a fallback for complex questions, but it was a single deal with a single company. Ask Siri something hard, and it would hand off to ChatGPT if you opted in, if you had the right phone, if Siri decided the question was hard enough. That architecture, Apple's AI plus one partner, ends today. Siri in iOS 27 is rebuilt from the ground up. Apple partnered with Google to build a custom version of Gemini, 1.2 trillion parameters, as the backbone of the new assistant. The architecture has 3 tiers. Simple tasks, timers, alarms, reminders, whether basic device control, handled on device by Apple's own models. Your data never leaves your phone. More complex tasks, summarizing content, drafting messages, answering multi-step questions, routed to Apple's private cloud compute, Apple's own servers, with a published commitment that nothing is retained. The hardest reasoning tasks, the questions that require genuine understanding, routed to Google Cloud, running on the current generation of NVIDIA GPUs. The routing happens automatically. You don't choose. The system decides based on what you asked. The bigger announcement, the one that changes the long-term picture, is called Extensions. Extensions is the framework that opens Apple Intelligence to third-party AI providers. Before today, ChatGPT was the only AI company with a deal to integrate into Apple Intelligence. Extensions ends that exclusivity. Any AI company can now build an extension that plugs into Siri, writing tools, and Image Playground. Anthropic, Google, and OpenAI all have confirmed extensions in development. You go to Settings, find Apple Intelligence and Siri, find Extensions, and choose your default provider. That choice applies everywhere, across every app, every text field, every question you send to Siri. Apple is choosing to be the platform, not the provider. Here's what setting Claude as your extension actually enables. Install the Claude app from the App Store. Go to Settings, Apple Intelligence and Siri, Extensions, and set Claude as your default. From that point, ask Siri any question that requires real reasoning, it routes to Claude. Open any email, note, or document, highlight text, tap writing tools. Claude can rewrite, summarize, or extend it. Tap Compose in writing tools and describe what you want written. Claude generates it. The same model that's earned a reputation for nuanced, careful answers is now surfaced at every text field on your phone. The gap between the best AI and the phone in your pocket closes in September. You get to choose, so it's worth knowing the differences. Claude's strengths are writing quality, nuanced reasoning, and careful answers. If you draft a lot of text, emails, documents, messages, Claude consistently produces better output. If you're asking questions that require thinking through multiple angles, Claude handles those well. ChatGPT is the strongest generalist, fast, friendly, comfortable with creative tasks, and familiar to the largest number of users. If you want a model that handles everything at a solid level, ChatGPT is the safe default. Gemini is the right choice if your life runs on Google. It integrates natively with Search, Drive, and Gmail, and it has access to live web information in a way the others don't by default. All 3 are available. You can change your default at any time. Privacy is the right question to ask before routing your questions through a third party. Here's how Apple structured the data flow. Tier 1, on device, nothing leaves your phone. Apple's models. Apple's chips. Tier 2, private cloud compute. Apple processes the request on its own servers and has committed publicly that the data is not retained, not linked to your Apple account, and not accessible to Apple employees. Tier 3, third-party extensions like Claude or ChatGPT. Your queries are processed by Anthropic or OpenAI under their own privacy policies. Apple is not transmitting your data to Anthropic silently. You are making an explicit choice to route queries to Claude by setting it as your extension. Apple requires all extension providers to publish clear data handling terms before they can list in the framework. The iOS 27 developer beta launched today. The public beta arrives in July. The full release, with extension support from Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini, is September 2026, alongside the iPhone 17. One important constraint at launch: Claude will not have access to your personal data through the extension. Photos, messages, emails, health data, that stays within Apple's on-device models only. Third-party AI gets your questions. Apple's AI gets your context. The extension can answer what you ask it. It cannot proactively surface things from your inbox or photo library. That line between what's personal and what's routed externally is, for now, very clear. Extensions opens a competition that didn't exist before today. Anthropic, Google, and OpenAI are now competing for the default slot on 1.5 billion iPhones. The value of being set as the default AI on someone's phone, the AI that answers every question routed through Siri, that edits everything they write in writing tools, is enormous. Expect all three companies to invest heavily in the quality of their extensions over the next 12 months. Expect Apple to add capabilities over time: personal context access, proactive suggestions, deeper integration. Today is the opening of a marketplace. The products being competed over are your attention and your questions. In 2008, Apple opened the iPhone to third-party apps. The App Store launched with 500 apps. By 2025, it had generated over $1.1 trillion in developer billings. The decision to open the platform rather than build everything in-house created an ecosystem that Apple never could have built alone. Today's extensions announcement is structurally the same bet. Apple is opening the AI layer of the iPhone to competition. Anthropic and Google and OpenAI will build better extensions to win users. That competition drives quality up. Apple benefits from the ecosystem without owning all the risk. The question is whether the AI market in 2026 maps to the app market in 2008, or whether it's different enough that the analogy breaks. Tim Cook has led Apple for 15 years. He took over from Steve Jobs in 2011 and turned a technology company into the most valuable business in history. Today's keynote was his last as CEO. He steps down in early September, the same month iOS 27 ships. The product he's handing to his successor includes a rebuilt Siri, an AI framework open to the best models in the world, and a company that spent years being criticized for falling behind on AI and is now placing a very large bet that the platform matters more than the model. Whether that bet pays off over the next 5 years is the question his successor inherits. New AI lesson every day. Follow so you don't miss what's next.